Good morning. Thank you for joining me for Sunday Morning Cafe and a Chapter. This week, we're going to read the first few pages of Soccer in Sun and Shadow, written by Eduardo Galeano. I apologize in advance for any mispronunciations I make, as I am not an excellent Spanish speaker. Author's confession. Like all Uruguayan children, I wanted to be a soccer player, and I played quite well. In fact, I was terrific, but only at night when I was asleep. During the day, I was the worst wooden leg ever to set foot on the little soccer fields of my country. As a fan, I also left a lot to be desired. Juan Alberto Schifiano and Julio Cesar Abadi played for Peñarol, the enemy team. I was a loyal Naciano fan, and I did everything I could to hate them. But with his masterful passes, El Pepe Schifiano orchestrated the team's plays as if he were watching from the highest tower of the stadium, and El Pardo Abadi, running in his 7-league boots, would slide the ball all the way down the white touchline, swaying back and forth without ever grazing the ball or his opponents. I couldn't help admiring them, and I even felt like cheering. Years have gone by, and I finally learned to accept myself for who I am, a beggar for good soccer. I go about the world, hand outstretched, and in the stadiums I plead, a pretty move for the love of God. And when good soccer happens, I give thanks for the miracle, and I don't give a damn which team or country performs it. Soccer. The history of soccer is a sad voyage from beauty to duty. When the sport became an industry, the beauty that blossoms from the joy of play got torn out by its very roots. In this fin de siècle world, professional soccer condemns all that is useless, and useless means not profitable. Nobody earns a thing from the crazy feeling that for a moment turns a man into a child playing with a balloon, a cat toying with a ball of yarn, a ballet dancer flying through the air with a ball as light as a balloon or a ball of yarn, playing without even knowing he's playing, with no purpose or clock or referee. Play has become spectacle with few protagonists and many spectators, soccer for watching. And that spectacle has become one of the most profitable businesses in the world, organized not to facilitate play, but to impede it. The technocracy of professional sport has managed to impose a soccer of lightning speed and brute strength, a soccer that negates joy, kills fantasy, and outlaws daring. Luckily, on the field you can still see, even if only once in a long while, some insolent rascal who sets aside the script and commits the blunder of dribbling past the entire opposing side, the referee, and the crowd in the stands, all for the carnal delight of embracing the forbidden adventure of freedom. The player. Panting, he runs up the wing. On one side awaits heaven's glory, on the other, ruin's abyss. He is the envy of the neighborhood, the professional athlete who escaped the factory or the office and gets paid to have fun. He won the lottery, and even if he has to sweat buckets, with no right to failure or fatigue, he gets into the papers and on TV. His name is on the radio, women swoon over him, and children yearn to be like him. But he started out playing for pleasure in the dirt streets of the slums, and now he plays out of duty in stadiums where he has no choice but to win or to win. Businessmen will buy him, sell him, lend him, and he lets it all happen in return for the promise of more fame and more money. The more successful he is and the more money he makes, the more of a prisoner he becomes. Forced to live by military discipline, he suffers the punishing daily round of training and the bombardments of painkillers and cortisone that hide his aches and fool his body. And on the eve of big matches, they lock him up in a concentration camp where he does forced labor, eats tasteless food, gets drunk on water, and sleeps alone. In other human trades, decline comes with old age, but a soccer player can be old at 30. Muscles tire early. That guy couldn't score if the field were on a slope. Him? Not even if they tied the keeper's hands. Or before 30 if the ball knocks him out, or bad luck tears a muscle, or a kick breaks a bone and it can't be fixed. And one rotten day, a player discovers he has bet his life on a single card, and his money is gone, and so is his fame. Fame, that fleeting lady, did not even leave him a Dear John letter. The goalkeeper. They also call him doorman, keeper, goalie, bouncer, or netminder. But he could just as well be called martyr, payall, penitent, or punching bag. They say where he walks, the grass never grows. He is alone, condemned to watch the match from afar. Never leaving the goal, his only company, the 2 posts and the crossbar, he awaits his own execution by firing squad. He used to dress in black like the referee. Now the referee doesn't have to dress like a crow, and the goalkeeper can console himself in his solitude with colorful gear. He does not score goals. He is there to keep them from being scored. The goal is soccer's fiesta. The striker sparks delight, and the goalkeeper, a wet blanket, snuffs it out. He wears the number 1 on his back. The first to be paid? No, the first to pay. It is always the keeper's fault, and when it isn't, he still gets blamed. Whenever a player commits a foul, the keeper is the one who gets punished. They abandon him in the immensity of the empty net to face his executioner alone. And when the team has a bad afternoon, he is the one who pays the bill, expiating the sins of others under a rain of flying balls. The rest of the players can blow it once in a while, or often, and then redeem themselves with a spectacular dribble, a masterful pass, a well-placed volley. Not him. The crowd never forgives the goalkeeper. Was he drawn out by a fake? Left looking ridiculous? Did the ball skid? Did his fingers of steel turn to putty? With a single slip-up, the goalie can ruin a match or lose a championship, and the fans suddenly forget all his feats and condemn him to eternal disgrace. Damnation will follow him to the end of his days. And that ends the first few pages of Soccer in Sun and Shadow, written by Eduardo Galeano. This is available to borrow as a print book and an ebook. If you need assistance requesting materials or have any questions, please email us at nversales@einetwork.net or call us at 412-823-2222. Thank you and have a great day.